Jeez. This is Harley, a 1.5-year-old dog. He was a street dog. He sees Prince for the first time. I'm going to show you guys like all the dog interactions that we do today. And we're going to go through the triggers of why Harley is not great with dogs. This is a very common session. About 1/3 of my sessions, I would say, are like Harley. Generally, they're a little bigger dogs, but many people come out to me for dogs like Harley. They're like, I don't know why my dog gets mad at dogs. I don't know if my dog will bite another dog. I just need a safe place for my dog to meet other dogs and figure things out. And then they also want to know what to do, and they want to know what kind of dog they have. They just don't know. They don't know the triggers. They don't know the dog's personality, the dog's motivation. So let's start watching. All right, I'm going to break down the body language. He's going to meet a bunch of dogs today. You saw me as I approached Prince do tiny little corrections, basically just stops, just to try to get Harley. I mean, you can kind of tell when they walk down the street, he freaks the heck out. So basically, as I'm walking him towards Prince, and you should be doing this, I'm going, no, don't forget I'm here. Little correction. I did 3 of them on my way to Prince. Don't forget I'm here, little correction. Then he walked somewhat nicely, just tamping him down on the way to see Prince. Then he got to Prince, then you see a little bit of the dominance. This isn't his house, and yet he's getting up on there and staring Prince right in the eye. Now, after that little correction and a walk away, he's a little more chill. Prince pees. You can't hear the audio much, but I'm like, Prince, knock it off. But we're not going to change that about Prince, nor do I want to. Prince needs to kind of be able to do what he feels he needs to do sometimes, so we're going to let that happen. All right, I'm talking to them about like just giving little tiny corrections, and it just doesn't hurt him. This collar sits really low. It sits too low. We do go on a walk in this session. I cut it out. I didn't want this video to be too long. And we put him in a gentle later, and it makes a huge difference. He's got a long little neck. Look how low that collar sits. So basically, okay, letting Prince out, and look at this little guy. Look at this little dominant dude. Little street dog. Why does that matter? Because we're patient with this guy. He's not a terrible dog. There's moments where he doesn't look good here. You know, it's obnoxious to a bigger, older dog at the bigger, older dog's house. It's an obnoxious thing to do, a little jump to the face. It's certainly not terrible. This guy's probably running around the streets being a little dude and having to be pretty bold in order to survive. And we need to take that into account. That he's not a bad dog. I'm not going to be like, knock it off, knock it off. And by the way, because he was a street dog. Not great. Prince is running for fun, by the way. Prince wasn't like, oh my God, I'm so scared. Prince likes to do these runs and like get the dog going a little bit. But Prince likes this dog. You're going to see it in a minute. But look at that. Hits the end of the leash. Prince is now down there. Now they're going to kind of meet for the first time. And he's going to like fall off this little ledge because he's just so interested in the dog. Look at his little tail. Okay, this isn't good, this isn't bad. It's sort of play-bow-ish. It's too stimulated. However, could this dog get in a fight with the wrong dog? Absolutely he could. Okay, Prince likes him though. Prince isn't even worried about him. His tail was wagging right there. Prince is a little bit. So, look at play bows from Prince. And then he kind of freaks out. But like I said, a lot of people come out for dogs like this where they just don't know what kind of dog they have. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through the triggers with first, I think, normal meeting, and I'm over it. Like the same with him jumping. Little corrections. You can't do whatever you want. You can smell a little bit, but also I'm just over the smelling in general at my facility with new dogs coming out and these males constantly smelling each other. So here's the triggers, you guys, that a lot of your dogs have. First is owner resource guarding. That is a trigger. So I'll bring a dog out, and I trust them now with Prince, so I'm going to let these guys cruise around together. Owner resource guarding. So I'll bring dogs out. Dogs may be good. Then the minute that my dog goes up to the owner, the dog goes, get out of here, dog. Or the minute the dog goes up to its owner, is being petted by the owner, and my dog comes up, the dog goes, get out of here, dog. It's all owner resource guarding. It's super obnoxious. Your dog actually does not believe that the other dog is going to hurt you. It's almost never the case. There is often your dog will protect, now I'm eating another dog, will protect you from people, but they almost never have a protection of you from other dogs. They know Prince isn't going to come out and hurt you. They just know it. So it's an obnoxious thing. It's not like a helpful thing. The other one is prey drive. Dogs will often be good until the other dog starts to run. Little corrections, we're over it. We're over just seeing a dog and being so stimulated. Couple corrections got him going, oh, okay, I'm not so worried about this dog. I am now watching this dude a little bit. We just can't let this guy spiral. There. See, I didn't even give a correction. He hit the end of the leash. Then he said, oh, what's up, dude? This is all you want. You got to give these little... Now, Buster is out, and he's not great.
Sit.
Little correction. We're over it. We're over it. We let you get it out with Prince. We let you do a bunch. But you can't just be mean to nice dogs like Buster. Buster is one of the nicest dogs in the world. You can't get all worked up. Tell Buster you're the boss. Back to triggers. Prey drive is a trigger. So at the end of the session, I let Prince run as fast as he can down to the pasture because I wanted to see if this guy would chase. That's really not the problem. Another trigger can just be dominance. And what I mean by that is Prince could come out, stand over this guy and go, what's up, little dude? And the dog goes, you don't talk to me like that, and goes at Prince. Now, maybe it's justified. I wouldn't want some dude saying, hey, I'm the boss of everything either. But justified or not, you need to know the trigger. Okay? Another trigger can be submission. So I've seen many times a dog come out, one of my born trained dogs, and the dog becomes submissive, and that's when the other dog goes at the dog. So they sense weakness and they go at the other dog. And one of the biggest triggers is just the leash in general. So leash reactivity is generally or mainly kind of due to frustration. Now, look at how he desensitizes to dogs. So he says, I know Prince, now I'm chill with Prince. Soon he'll say, I know Buster, now I'm chill with Buster. Then he'll say, I know whatever dog we're bringing out next, now I'm chill. He does need to desensitize to dogs. Again, that's why people bring their dogs out to me, is for this desensitization process in a controlled environment. Why am I using a leash? Because I need to be able to give these little leash corrections. This guy's going to meet dogs, but he can't pull. There's another one. And meeting. And we progressively, he was growling there. He gets a little correction, walk away. We are not being mean to this guy. We are going to let him meet dogs. He cannot be bad. He was bad there. A lot of hard stares, growling. He gets a correction. You can meet these guys if you're cool. You cannot meet... he's had little incidents before. And on walks, he freaks the heck out. We are helping the on-walk stuff right now. Technically, he's on a walk in a way. He's on a leash. We're walking him around. He has leash reactivity. Now he doesn't have leash reactivity with 3 dogs around. That's a big deal. This guy needs to desensitize and meet more dogs. Look at him with Prince. He's like, I met Prince. I don't care about Prince anymore. I met the white dog. I don't care about the white dog anymore. Soon he'll be like, I met the border collie. I don't care about the border collie anymore. And so on and so forth. So he needs to just meet a lot of dogs. And we're just going to keep letting him meet dogs. So next meeting is going to be the owner on the other end of the leash. That's what we're going to do right now. And he's going to meet a brand new dog. Then he's going to meet a big unneutered dog. So I'm talking to the owner about what to do. And what he needs to do is needs to do a sit-stay. If the dog can't do a sit-stay, he can't meet the other dog. Sit down. I didn't say he could get up. All right, owner's got the leash. These owners are really good owners. I liked them very much. They were very good listeners. Good. This is a different dog, by the way. This is the other border collie. It looks like the other one, but it's not the other one. And he knows it's not the other one. And then he pets the dog. Now, I don't know if I cut it off, but he yawned right before that meeting. And so this guy petted him. I usually would say, you don't really want to pet a lot in this situation, but because the dog's a little stressed, we wanted to ease that stress a little bit and let him pet. And I said, okay, good job petting. I kind of agree that you should have done that. Should have done that. Good. Lure into a sit, into a stay, and he's going to meet the dog again. Preferably, he's going to get released. Now his basic obedience is getting better. Sit, stay around other dogs. Now he gets to meet the other dog again. And is it the desensitization that makes him way better, or is it the correction when he's not being good? It's tough to say. Now, you saw the meeting with Prince. You saw the first meetings. This guy's all worked up. Now this guy is tamped down. And I think it's due to desensitization. It's also due to these little corrections that say, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Being this kind of little street dog, we're not going to totally get out his little attitude that meeting a big male unneutered dog. Nice dog, but still, big male unneutered. First time. By the fifth dog, he's meeting dogs chill. And I'm like, good boy, good boy, good boy, because he's a sweet dog. I really like this dog. We just got to tamp this guy down. All right, you're going to see the next trigger. I want Prince to run like a banshee down here because I want to see if he chases and nips. Nope. Prey drive is not a trigger. So that we take that off the list. Owner resource guarding is not a trigger. We take that off the list. A dog being dominant to him is probably not a trigger. A dog being submissive to him, we haven't seen a dog be submissive. He's so small, it'd be hard for a dog to get their head under his to really, which is often the trigger, is the dog. I've slowed down videos, not on YouTube. I'll try to find them. They're old, where the instant the other dog's head goes a centimeter, like below the other dog's head, the dog goes at the dog. Like it's a spatial thing. I've seen where the minute the other dog's head perks up a centimeter over the dog's head, the dog goes at the dog. They're very aware of the head positioning and who's going above you and who's going below you. That is a real thing. You can call it dominance. You can call it, I guess, something else. It's mainly dominance. Now look at him. He's pretty good. First time he's off leash. Why did we have that leash on him for so long? Because he needed the leash. Like, we needed to give these little corrections to tamp this guy down because he's just all worked up. Now he's off leash with his friends being a good boy. So this is like a third of the sessions. That means thousands of people watching this video have a dog like this and they want their dog to get around other dogs. So what did we learn in this video? You learned that the dog needs to meet dogs in a safe environment. That does not have to be my facility. And you learned that the dog needs some leash corrections to chill this dude out. We cannot lure away with treats and go, please don't bark at that dog. Oh, let's go 100 feet away. We need to go, yeah, walking towards that dog. Oh, you get all worked up, pop, walk away, sit your butt down. That's what little big worked up dogs need. You've seen it. It's one of the reasons for the growth of this channel. He is a dominant dude, by the way. He just constantly lifts his leg. If you don't think this guy's dominant, now maybe he had to be dominant on the streets. We get it. That's why, really, I was pretty soft with this dude, I think. Like, there were some corrections given to tamp him down. That's it. If this guy he's also small, so there really wasn't a lot of need for worry, although he's a terrier. You know how hard terriers bite? Especially these little terriers. Get a little Jack Russell Terrier and feel their teeth. They have these big molars, these big canines. They bite hard. All right, so we did have to be careful, but he was good. All right, he's going to go to the pool. He's going to swim in a minute. We just wanted to cool him off. We wanted to have some fun. Carla's going to put him in the pool. But he's now good with these dogs. So if this dog's like yours or these owners are watching, which I'm sure they will, you need to get your dog around dogs in a controlled environment. Fences, leashes, go on walks and meet other dogs. Have people over that have good dogs, stuff like that. Then give your dog little corrections. Tell them, sit their butt down when they are worked up and have some control and have some authoritativeness and have some, I am the boss of this situation. Don't worry about that dog. I will let you maybe pull a little bit, but I'm not going to let you freak the heck out and run up to that dog and get on your hind feet and look him in the eye. I'm just not going to let it happen. That's not how this world works and how you meet dogs in this world. If you want to live in this world, if you want to walk down the street and meet dogs, if you want to go to a dog park, if you want to have friends over with dogs, your dog can't really act like this little dog. And so there needs to be consequences. Here we go. Little swimmer, first time swimming. Okay, so that's the video, you guys. We went through triggers, leash, submission, dominance, prey drive, owner resource guarding. There's other triggers, but those are kind of the big ones. He just needed to desensitize to dogs, and he needed to be told by using the leash what that he's not running the show during these interactions, and calm your little butt down, and then you'll get to meet the dogs. Then he got better with dogs. He was a pretty good boy, but he is a good boy. All right, that's the video. Hopefully you got something out of it, and now he's a happy dude around a bunch of dogs.